फॅन जाताना बंद करून टाकशील ना. Afternoon, student. Today we'll discuss the properties of Laplace transform. Properties of Laplace transform. X1 of t is a pair of x1 of s. That means the region of convergence is where it is R1, and x2 of t, this is the pair with x2 of s, and the region of convergence is R2. Therefore, we can write here it is A1 x1 of t plus A2 x2 of t, that is a pair with x1 of A1 into x1 of s plus A2 x2 of s, and the region of convergence is R1 is subset of R2. So this is the properties of Laplace transform. First, we'll discuss the properties of time shifting. Wait while time shifting property. So this x of t in s domain, it is x1 of x of s, and if in the in time domain, if it is a function is shifted by the t0, then what will be the corresponding function in the s domain? Okay. So x of t is delayed here by t0. X of t is delayed by t0. So suppose the function is given like this. Okay. Now, if the function is delayed by t0, and we can show the function like this. Delayed by some time t0, and therefore the Laplace transform of the delayed signal we can write Laplace transform of delayed signal it is given by 0 to infinity x of t minus t0. So here it is delayed by t0 into e raised to power minus st into dt. Okay, so this is the formula for the Laplace transform, and here your function is delayed by time t0, and therefore we can t minus t0, we can substitute here t tilde. T minus t0, it is a substituted by the t tilde, and therefore this is dt is equal to dt tilde. Dt is equal to dt tilde. Therefore, if you put this value in the equations, we'll get integration over minus infinity to infinity. Okay, x of t tilde into e raised to power minus s t tilde plus t naught into dt, and therefore e raised to power minus s t0, if take outside, so what will remain there in the integration sign? X of t tilde into e raised to power minus s t tilde into dt tilde. Therefore, what is this? The Laplace, this is generally this factor, if you see carefully, this is the Laplace transform x of t is equal to x of s. So this is Laplace transform of x of t is equal to x of s. Okay, so in time shifting the signal, so the function becomes e raised to power minus s t0 into x of s. So this is the, what is the reason of convergence here? It is a real number, and therefore region of convergence of this is a x of t. Okay, therefore we can write here x of t minus t0, which is a pair of e raised to power minus s t0 into x of s. Okay, so delayed in time, this is the delayed in time. What will be its effects on the s domain? It is a multiplication by e raised to power minus s to 0 in transform domain. Okay, that is the effect. If you delete the function by some time in t domain, that is time domain, the respective Laplace transform will become, that is a multiplication by e raised to power minus s to 0 in the transform domain. Okay, so similarly, if you multiply t to the function x of t, its effects in transform domain is negative sign of the differentiation of x of s. Okay, so this is the when you multiply function by the t. Therefore, next is integration in time. So x of t, what we get in transform domain, it is a x of s. Okay, so for integration, x t tilde is equal to minus infinity to given time t, x of tau into d tau. Therefore, output of integrated circuit, this is the output of integrated circuit which acts as a low pass filter. Therefore, d of x tilde of t into dt is equal to x of t. Okay, then s into x of s tilde is equal to x of s, and therefore x of s tilde is equal to x of s by s. So what is the region of convergence? It is the real number. The region of convergence is the real number here. Next is the convolution. X1 of t is x1 of s in transform domain. The region of convergence for this is suppose R1. X2 of t, it is a x2 of s. The region of convergence is R2 here. Then the convolution of these two functions, that is x1 of t convolved with x2 of t, and what will be the factor in the transform domain. Okay, what will be the factor in the transform domain when you convolve the two function in time domain? What will be the its pair with the transform domain? So here I can write minus infinity to infinity, again minus infinity to infinity for two functions. So x1 of tau into x2 of t minus tau d tau into e raised to power st into dt. Okay, this is the convolution of the two functions, and therefore further we can simplify this. Minus infinity to infinity, x1 tau into d tau. This is actually the convolution. So minus infinity to infinity, x1 tau into d tau minus infinity to infinity x of t minus tau into e raised to power minus st into d tau. Okay. So this is minus infinity to infinity x1 of tau d tau into e raised to power s tau into minus infinity to infinity x1 of t minus tau into e raised to power minus s t minus tau d t. Further we can write this minus infinity to infinity x1 of tau e raised to power minus s tau d tau into minus infinity to infinity x2 of t. Here we have to put t minus tau is equal to t tilde, therefore dt is equal to dt tilde. Therefore here this x2 tilde into e raised to power minus s t tilde into dt tilde after substituting these values, and therefore this is x1 of s and this is x2 of s. That is the convolution of the two functions, and we are seeing an integration. Therefore x2 of s x2 of s into minus infinity to infinity x1 tau into e raised to power minus s tau into d tau, and this is x1 of s, and therefore it is x2 of s and x1 of s, which is x1 of s and x2 of s. So we can further write that is a two signal x1 of t which is convolved with x2 of t. The pair of this in the s domain will be x1 of s into x2 of s. So this is a convolution in time, and this is a product in Laplace transform domain. Product in Laplace transform domain. So this property helps easily evaluate the convolution of the two signals. So convenient tool to analyze the output or behavior of the Laplace of the linear time invariant systems. Okay, the next is poles and zeros. Poles and zeros. So we have to write the transfer function in pole zero form. Therefore, x of s is suppose is the rational function of s, is the rational function of yes, then we can write this x of s is equal to a0 s raised to power m plus a1 s raised to power m minus 1 plus this am. In the denominator, we can write b0 into s raised to power n plus b1 into s raised to power n minus 1 up to bn. So this is a numerator of polynomial and this is a denominator polynomial. Okay, so this x of s further we can write in the standard form, that is a0 by b0 s minus z1 s minus z2 s minus zn. This s minus p1 s minus p2 this s minus pn. So this is the z1 z2 up to zm, these are the number of poles, number of zeros, and p1 p2 pn, these are the number of poles. So these zeros zk, where this k value should be less than or equal to m, but it is should be greater than or equal to 1. Okay, and zk is the zero of the transfer function. This zero, that is number of the zeros, should be less than the m or equal to m. Okay, so what is zk? Zk is the zeros of the transfer function. Okay, and what is pk? Pk is the poles of the transfer function. The proper rational function, which function is called as the proper rational function? Proper rational function if m is less than n. If m is less than n, and if m is greater than or equal to n, then it is called as the improper rational function. M is greater than or equal to n, it is called as the improper rational function. Now next is the poles of x of s. Poles of x of s cannot lie in ROC. This we have to keep in mind. The poles of x of s cannot lie in the ROC since x of s is infinity at poles. Since x of s is infinity at poles, let us consider one function, that is x of s (4s plus 3 by 2s square plus 6s plus 4. So if you take here in standard form, we have to write. So standard form, take here 4 outside, so s plus 3 by 4. 2 into the factors s plus 2, s plus 1. Okay, so What is the zero? How many zeros are there? Only one zero is there. Z1 is equal to, this is the zero, so Z1 is equal to minus 3 by 4. This is 0. Okay, and how many poles are there? There are 2 poles. P1 is equal to these poles. 2 poles are there. P1 is equal to minus 2 and P2 is equal to minus 1 poles. So region of convergence cannot include these poles minus 2 and minus 1. The region of convergence cannot include minus 2 and minus 1. Okay. Therefore, if m is equal to 1 and n is equal to 2, what is the value of m here? How many zeros are there? It is 1. Therefore, m is equal to 1. How many poles are there? 2. So n is equal to 2. And here we can write here m is less than n. So here m is less than 1. This means your function, that is rational function, is proper rational function. So it is a proper rational function. Okay. Properties of ROC. Properties of ROC. First property of the ROC does not contain poles. ROC does not contain poles. Okay, this is the property of ROC. Second property, for a finite duration signal, if the signal is having finite duration, for finite duration signal, finite means it is not infinite, having some value less than infinity. So for a finite duration signal, x of t is equal to 0. For a finite duration signal, x of t is equal to 0 for t which is greater than t2 or t which is less than t1. And x of t is not equal to 0 only for your t that should be less than or equal to t2, it should be greater than or equal to t1. So what is the region of convergence here? The region of convergence is the entire S plane. The region of convergence is here is entire S plane. And the next property, property number 3 of the region of convergence for all right-handed signals. For all, sorry, for a right-handed signal. Okay, so these are the properties of the ROC. ROC does not contain poles. For a finite duration signal, x of t is 0 for the given time limit, and it is not equal to 0 for the given time limit. And for third is the for right-handed signal. ROC is only for the right-handed signal. So further we can explain this. X of t is 0 for t1 which is less than infinity but greater than t. Okay, so the function given to you is like this. So this is time t1, and here x of t is 0. X of t is 0 for t which is less than t1, right? Here x of t is 0 for t is less than t1, and therefore the region of convergence is equal to a real part of S plane which is greater than sigma max, and this sigma max is the maximum real part of poles, is the maximum real maximum of real part of poles of x of s. Okay, therefore the region region of the convergence, that is a real part of S, that should be greater than this sigma max, and therefore what is the region of convergence? Region of convergence, that is half plane to the right of vertical line, half plane to the right of vertical line, given by a real part of S which is equal to sigma max. Okay, so what is the region of convergence? Right of all poles of x of s. So the function is like this. So this is the rho max, sigma max, and the poles are lying on this side, and this real part of S is equal to sigma max, and this is the your region of convergence. So real part of S is greater than here sigma max, and this line is, that is sigma max, vertical line. Example, x of t is equal to e raised to power minus 2t into u of t plus e raised to power minus 3t into u of t. Right-handed non-zero for t is greater than 0. Right-handed non-zero for t is greater than or equal to 0. And therefore, what is the Laplace transform of this x of t? X of s is equal to, directly we can write here 1 over s plus 2 plus 1 over s plus 3. Okay, the Laplace transform of the above equation is this. So how many poles are there? Two poles, minus 2 and minus 3. So sigma max is equal to minus 2, and therefore the region of convergence, that is a real part of s, which is greater than minus 2. Therefore we can draw the S plane. So this is a sigma, this is imaginary axis of the S plane, and as this is the rho max line, this is minus 2, sigma max line, and that is minus 2, and therefore minus 2, it is minus 3, and therefore a real part of S is equal to sigma max, and this is your ROC, region of convergence. Therefore here this is the region of, sorry, real part of S, which is greater than minus 2, and this is a ROC. Okay. And here x of t is here 0 for your t2, which is less than minus infinity and greater than t. Therefore it is a left-handed signal, and therefore ROC is real part of S, which is less than sigma minimum, and therefore sigma minimum is equal to minimum of the real part of poles of x. Sigma minimum is the minimum of real part of poles x of s. You take the attendance and send me the screenshot of the attendance. Therefore the ROC is here, the region of S plane to left of line, real part of S sigma minimum. Okay. Therefore the region of convergence is here.